What's up everyone? Today I'm going to show you how I go about repainting a set of wheels. I have a few products that I really like to use, and I use these pretty much all the time when I do paint wheels. I haven't painted a set in quite a while, and I have an old set of Enkei CPS-2's that we're going to work on today. We're using the aircraft remover by Rustoleum. That's to strip and remove any old paint. We got the grease and wax remover. Once the wheel is completely bare of any sort of powder coat / paint, we need this to clean up the metal. We got the Rustoleum. This is the primer I like to use. It's a clean metal primer. And then of course the paint, you can pick the color of your choice. I'm using a Duplicolor. The acrylic enamels seem to work the best on wheels, and this is a royal blue. Of course we're going to need masking tape as well. The main thing that was wrong with them, this one had been wrong with them when I owned them, was the paint was peeling off on the insides of the wheel. And overall the wheels are in good shape. The lips, there's really no curb rash, maybe a couple small scratches from mounting and dismounting tires, same with over there, but other than that, really good shape. But what I'm going to start doing, I'm going to go ahead and strip all the paint, get them ready to be refinished. The 15x7 and then the Enkei stamp in the wheel. This is what I use to remove the paint off wheels, different kinds of metal. It's the Rustoleum aircraft remover. Here I've finished applying the aircraft remover to the entire wheel. This was just me as I went through the entire wheel and finished. It's already peeling up the paint. This area came over with a brush and it lifted up a huge chunk already. I'm gonna let it sit for about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, come out here and rub off as much as I can, and then spray it down, let it dry, and then see what areas need more, and then keep applying a little bit more. Here it is after just the first coat. Looks like there was only one coat of paint on these wheels. There wasn't any coating remaining on the lips. They're just down to the metal. And you can see there's the gunmetal before, and this one down to the bare metal. You can even tell by looking at the lettering how crisp it is as compared to when the paint is over it. So it was really easy to get this first coat off. Granted, there's a lot of little spots which still have paint on them, but after I'm gonna wash it off, get all the residual paint off, let it dry, and then hit it with another coat. But I'm gonna work on the other wheels at the same time. That way I can get all of them stripped. Now here's a look at the wheels after the first coat of aircraft remover. And I used an old toothbrush to scrape off a lot of the old paint, and then I just hosed them down to get off a lot of the paint off the wheels and clean them up. You can see there's still portions where the paint is still on there, and this is after the third coat. I did just one more application. There's really hardly any left. A couple spots here and there, little small pieces. Look at some of those rub right off. I wipe it down just to try getting everything loose, but there's really not much remaining. Here's a little shot of stripping the barrel. It comes off really easily. I'm trying to get all of this old paint off the entire wheel. Here's how easily it comes off. This is after one coat. The inside of the barrel paint was not even as strong as the face of the wheel. I didn't even put as heavy a coat on here, and it's coming off very quickly, very easily. Here's where I'm at in the progress of stripping them completely. Started doing the in and outside of the barrels. It's getting real shiny paint here and there on the inside of the barrels, really clean. Little small pieces here and there. Those probably need to be washed off. I went in and put on my Dunlops on the wheels just so I can get them ready to paint. I'm going to go ahead and start sanding down any of this corrosion that is left from being underneath that original paint, and anything that is on the surface of the wheels. It was a really fine grit, maybe like a 500 or 600 grit sandpaper. I'm also going to scuff up the shiny areas a little bit. That way, when we do paint it, it holds the primer better and then the paint. Here you can see there's a lot of corrosion on all of the wheels on this area where it used to mount to the hub. And then there's a little bit on the inside here that I'll sand down just to get those nice and smooth. What I'll use next is this Duplicolor grease and wax remover. Went in and sanded down the whole set of wheels. I used a 320 grit on the inner barrels and on any of the areas where the corrosion was heavier. And I used a 500 grit just to scuff up everything that was shiny, that way the primer holds to it better. But now we're going to take a clean cloth, and you want a lint-free cloth. And we're going to wipe the entire wheels down with this grease and wax remover. Next, I went in and masked them off. I did both sides just like this. That way I don't get any overspray on the tires. Now I'm going to lay down some primer on them. I've had good luck in the past. I use the Rustoleum Clean Metal Primer. Primer's finished. Back side of the barrel and the faces. Now we're going to go ahead and apply, we're using a Duplicolor. This is the acrylic enamel. This is a royal blue color. I wanted to do something a little different on these wheels. Here I've got two of the wheels finished. I used 3 cans of paint for the 2 wheels. I did 1 coat on the inner barrel, and on the outside I did 2 coats, and I laid it a little heavy in certain spots. That way it has a little shinier finish. Now I'm letting it dry. I can't tell if it looks purple, but where I'm sitting in the shade and looking at the screen on my camera, it looks like they're purple. When I finish the other 2, I will go ahead and bring them out to the sunlight, and we'll see how they look like in the sun. And here's a look in the sun. You can really see the color of it now. It doesn't look purple. Definitely like a nice strong royal blue. I really dig the way it looks. I'm happy with the results. I didn't spend a fortune trying to get these wheels looking this way. I used 1 can of primer. I used 6 cans of paint and the grease and wax remover, and also the tape. I spent about $6 here, $9 there, $6 a can for each of these, so $36 there, $4 for that. So we're looking at $40 in paint, $49. I spent about $45 in supplies to get the wheels painted. Here's a close-up of the paint. Trying to show it in detail so you can see how shiny it looks, and it's not even dry yet completely. I think as I let it dry, it'll solidify. It is an enamel, so that way it's a hardened paint. And if you're wondering why I did it this way, the reason being is Enkei does not recommend powder coating their wheels. Powder coating can make the wheels brittle. It's definitely not recommended if you're going to use that wheel for a track event. I don't plan on doing that. For me, it was about saving a little bit of money, and you guys know me, I'm all about doing it myself. So the price I would have paid to have it powder coated probably would have been between $250 and $400 depending on the spot and what they're asking. I only spent the $45 and a handful of time. You know what I'm forgetting is the aircraft remover. That big pail that I had bought that for about $27 off Summit Racing, but I still have some remaining, so that can go towards using it on another set. So we're looking at maybe about $70 total in supplies to get the wheels painted the way I wanted to. And lastly, I have 2 different kind of center caps. I'm not sure what I'm going to use. I have 2 black and 2 gunmetal. These are the original caps that come with the wheels. And this is a different set. That's just another Enkei set of center caps which fit perfectly. I do have the complete set of 4. I think I might use these just because the way it'll look with the black center I don't know though, I might end up sanding these down a little bit and painting them blue also. What do you guys think? You think that'll look better? I'm not sure, but I won't finish those until I really decide what I want to do with the center caps. And here they are completely finished. I decided to paint the center caps the same color as the wheels. I let them dry about a week. It said it took 7 days for the paint to cure. So I let them dry entirely before I removed any of the paint. Then I added some RPF1 decals to the inside of the wheel lips. Just I like the way it looks. It adds a nice appeal to the wheel. And here's the final look at those wheels. Came out very shiny. They're not perfect by any means, but they do look really, really nice. The acrylic enamel will help protect them, plus it'll make it easy to wipe down when you need to clean them. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think of the wheel DIY painting.